Hi guys, this is FI Dugout here, and in this series, me and other guests will be highlighting 3 players that will break through next season. I'm getting guests on who have specific knowledge about a certain nation, league or club. Hopefully this will be an insightful video for you, and if you would like to appear on the series, I will leave my contact details below. I will be focusing on 3 players from the club I support, which is Arsenal. The first player I expect to break through next season is Joe Willock, who is currently trading at £1.25 on the Football Index. Willock plays in midfield, and at the start of the season, Freddie Ljungberg decided to play him in a more advanced position for the under-23s. This allowed him to express himself further, and therefore scoring a lot more goals. He scored 12 club goals this season, with 3 of them coming in the first team. Although last season many were disappointed in his performances, you can see that he's really improved this season. As you can see in the clips, many of his goals involve him running into the box. This is very similar to Ramsey's style of play. With him leaving, I believe Willock will be the main beneficiary of this, and with Emre not too keen on Ozil as shown in the Europa League final, where Willock impressed again, I would expect his game time to significantly increase for the upcoming season, especially looking at Arsenal's transfer budget. I believe they will look to bolster the defence instead of buying a Ramsey replacement. I believe we already have a ready-made one in Willock. Another reason why I think he will improve again next season is because of Freddie Ljungberg has been promoted to the first team. It has been one of the main reasons that Willock's game has improved this year. With him coming up, this is only going to help Willock next year. The next player I expect to break through next season is Reiss Nelson. The Arsenal winger, who previously won the Premier League 2 Player of the Year award, spent his time on loan at Hoffenheim last season. This was a good move for Nelson as he was getting more game time than at Arsenal, and with the success of his friend Jadon Sancho, the move looked a no-brainer. He started his loan spell phenomenally and was scoring almost every game. Around Christmas time, an injury set him back for a few months. He was then disciplined by Nagelsmann for arriving late to training. From there on, Nelson and Nagelsmann didn't see eye to eye, and this significantly affected his game time. He only scored a further 1 goal after this and has now returned back to Arsenal. Nelson is a direct winger who always looks to drive at defenders. His main asset is his composure in front of goal, which he has shown on a number of occasions. He has got the under-21 Euros to impress Emre, in which I think he will. And with Arsenal's lack of wingers and a small transfer budget, I'd expect Nelson to feature a considerable amount next season. Nelson and Willock linked up very well when playing for the under-23s. Hopefully they get a chance to play with each other in the first team to show how good they are. The final player I expect to break through next season is Bukayo Saka. Although I don't think he will feature as much as the other 2, I'd expect him to feature a decent amount next season, especially in the cup competitions and the Europa League. Saka has impressed in the under-23s this season and even made an appearance in the Europa League at just 17 years old. He was very good in that game and had comparisons in playing style with Ronaldo, according to the commentators. Next season, like I said with Nelson, Arsenal lack wingers, so he may get a chance to shine next season. He's an explosive and skillful winger with an eye for goal. Dortmund have been linked with him in the past, but I think Emre will try and keep him and give him further game time next season.
Hello, my name is Chris Bell. I am a Tottenham Hotspur fanatic. I'm a football coach, UFB licensed coach myself. And my 3 players I expect to make a breakthrough over the next, certainly over the next year, 2 years, from the club that I love so dearly. The first name would be Jack Rolls. Again, he's a Cypriot international very young player at the moment, but highly rated by the coaches at the club. I've seen a number of the youth academy videos of him. I haven't seen him live yet. But again, he's an attacking midfielder, very much sort of in the mould of a Dele Alli, likes to arrive late into the box. But the reports and the scouting reports of him, certainly from within the club, or this guy is he has bags of ability and huge potential. So I would expect, he just signed. We were kind of worried that he was going to leave the club there, but he's just signed a new 5-year deal, I think, to 2022. So he's definitely one that's in Pochettino's future plans. And I expect, hopefully, if it's not this season, next season, 2020-2021 season, I expect to see him make his Tottenham debut, whether it be in a cup competition. But this certainly by all accounts is a guy that we need to look out for. The next breakthrough player number 2 would be Troy Parrott. I have seen him live, and again he's a Irish international, young kid, real down to earth, bright boy. As I say, but he just scores goals for fun. I wouldn't say he would be in the Jermaine Defoe mould, more Robbie Keane-esque. Again, very comfortable on the ball, has no issues beating a player. One thing he does have is he knows where that goal is. And again, the word coming through the system at Tottenham, which I have to say the academy system is second to none. We just keep rolling out these players. That Troy Parrott, I would imagine, could potentially make his debut in a cup competition even this season. We are craving a striker to back up Harry Kane, and I'm hoping that this boy could potentially be that striker. Super player, have huge hopes for him. My breakthrough player number 3, which most football fans will be familiar with, would be Juan Foyth. Again, we first signed him a couple of years back. A young kid, very, again, slight, quite skinny. He's a centre half. Really failed to make any type of appearances. I think he made 1 or 2 in his first season with Spurs, but last season we've seen him more and more, and this is a boy I have been raving on about for the best part of a year. The ability that he has in a day and age where it's not a centre half has to be able to defend, but they have to be able to be comfortable on the ball. I haven't seen a centre half as comfortable on the ball at Tottenham in many years, and I'm talking, this guy has more ability than Toby Alderweireld. He's more ability than Jan Vertonghen. He's only 21. I fully expect him over the next few years to be our first choice. He is as talented a centre half as I've seen. He can pass. He's played as a right back as well, so he's obviously versatile in tight situations. 2 or 3 players around him. He tends, as I say, to make it look easy. He can get out of tight situations without any issues whatsoever. He is young. He will make the odd wreck, as I've seen over the past year. There's been he has a few wee errors in his game, but again, those are things that will be ironed out as he gets older. Juan Foyth will be, I am maybe going slightly over the top, but I'd imagine in the next few years that you will have teams like Barcelona, the likes of Man City, Pep City, really looking at this guy because I have to say he is a top player in my opinion. So those are my three breakthrough players from Tottenham over the next few years. Thanks now, bye bye.